Knees can you see what P cranking? I mean, listen, y'all be tripping. See, we lately been seeing y'all be grating. I mean, facing y'all the cheap fragrance.
Good evening from downtown Houston. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, here in Rockets land, you think of Calvin Murphy, Moses Malone, and of course the dream, Hakeem Olajuwon. But a new chapter being written right now here in Texas.
Oh yeah, you think about Clutch City, Hustle Town, USA. But put all that aside, this team for the last several years has been on the edge of success. Let's see if they can take the next step.
And when you think of the Rockets, you think fun. This one could be as well tonight. The T-Wolves begin the game with the basketball. T. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Jeff T. trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. The follow won't go either. Harden with the basketball. They trail by 2. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Gordon defended by the Canadian Wiggins. To Capela. Deep left corner. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Teague with the basketball. They lead it. 4-point game. Harden to Capela. Shot from the lane won't go.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
T against Chris Paul. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Another follow. Still no good. Ooh, Chris Paul. First couple didn't go. That one is true. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
To Wiggins. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Harden has it against the former #1 pick. His first effort off the mark. Plays like that could turn a game around. Clint Capela missed his first. That one goes.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to lead the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
And the finish at the rim.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Clint Capela with the block. Towns. That no good off the mark. The follow won't go either. Harden with it up top. He'll run the offense. To P.J. Tucker. Paul. To Harden. Trying to cash in. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. Knocked loose. Wiggins to Towns. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He's been waiting a long time for that one to go down.
Just does everything so well, an all-around, very good player. Offensively, can knock down that shot, but better known for being a 3-and-D type wing who's a lockdown defender.
And James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the three.
It's Minnesota basketball. Knocked loose. That one out of bounds off a rocket. It'll stay with the T-Wolves. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Paul driving, but he can't connect. To Rose. Great pass to set it up. And Towns with the flush. The smooth, fluid game from Karl-Anthony Towns. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Rose into the front court. Up by 3. For 3. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Harden in possession. Looking to make something happen. Has a chance. The shot no good by Harden. Rose into the front court. Leads 3. Towns. Not that time. Gordon against Andrew Wiggins. To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Knocked loose. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Taken by the Wolves. P.J. Tucker swats it.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Gibson. And number 9, Blue all day.
Towns. And it's Capela with the rebound. Now Paul with the basketball. Down 3. To Capela. And they called a foul. Jay, he was there too late.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
Clint Capela at the line for 2 shots. A career 48% free throw shooter. Oh, he missed on a pair. Knocked loose. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Dario Saric. Harden matched up with the former Wildcat. Tucker. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves. Derrick Rose against Chris Paul. Runner here won't go down. Rose into the front court. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. To Towns, down low. Slam dunk. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Fires the 3 off the mark. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Rose into the front court. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Ooh, crisp Paul. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Down low, Towns. To Rose. Has a look. Off the mark. Surprised he took that one. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. The Timberwolves have the lead. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter, and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Rose into the front court. Leads 5. To Gibson. Baseline drive. Gets to the basket, but it's no good. Tucker to Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. 4 out of 10. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Shot by Wiggins, won't go. Andrew Wiggins sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Derrick Rose against Tucker. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Derrick Rose has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 82%. Nope, first one does not go. Misses the second as well. Paul to Harden. Beyond the arc for 3 with James Harden, muscle memory. Gets it to go.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Rose picked up by Paul. Trying to cash in. Rose's shot no good. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. To Rose. Here's Towns for 2. Almost, but no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Harden to Capela. Paul. That's good D. Shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
From the painted area, won't go down. Minnesota at the controls. Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
Throws it down.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Time to shuffle things up.
For the Minnesota Timberwolves, number 20.
Rose on the drive, but it won't go down. Gets it in the left corner. Harden. Tough shot. Well defended. The Timberwolves have the basketball. Derrick Rose, guarded by Clint Capela. And stuffs it home.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Rose into the front court. Down 4. Clint Capela.
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Wiggins takes on Eric Gordon. Yes, Andrew Wiggins. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
That's dangerous. A little hezzy cross and knockdown. Lots of options going to open up as the game unfolds.
Paul. And the rebound gathered in by Towns. Rose into the front court. Down just a couple. Knocked loose. Tucker. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Oh, big finish at the rim.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Timberwolves have the basketball. Rose against Chris Paul. Short jumper off the mark. Harden into the front court. Up by 6. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it. Rockets have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
It's a big finish.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Knocked loose. T, guarded by CP3.
In the second quarter.
To Towns. Clint Capela pins it. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
It's Harden. Deep 2 there, won't go.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
T-Wolves recover. T, Paul the rebound. Here's a chance from long range. He engulfed him that time. Minnesota with the basketball. T. That'll get out of bounds off one of the T-Wolves. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Number 9,
Harden matched up with Wiggins. For 3. Offensive rebound and a putback slam.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Knocked loose. And that's rebounded by Minnesota. To Towns. Nice pass to set things up.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Here comes the screen. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, that's how it's done.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Knocked loose. That one out of bounds off a rocket. It'll stay with Minnesota. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. Shot from the lane won't go. Knocked loose. That one out of bounds off a rocket. It'll stay with the T-Wolves. Towns. And the rebound comes down to the Rockets. First half in the books with the Rockets in front.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Rockets entered the locker room with a comfortable lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible, and if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Houston Rockets. The Timberwolves were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Game track. Steals.
What you see on the screen is how this team put itself at a disadvantage. They definitely have some adjustments to make for the second half.
Player of the half.
Chris Paul did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. These are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. To P.J. Tucker. And counted at the rim.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Short jumper stays out.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession. That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one, count it. And he hits the second. Whoops, that won't go. T-Wolves with the basketball. Teague against Gordon. They get it down for Towns. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
In an era where big centers often get devalued, Karl-Anthony Towns is a true foundational player. He can function as a traditional center, but also can show you quick moves around the perimeter and knock down that three-point shot from deep.
Harden to Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden. Well defended.
Give the defense some credit here. He killed them in the first half, driving and scoring at will. But now, it's lockdown time.
Fires the three. If he's hitting shots, it could be a long night.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
Swings it. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Teague with it up top. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. And now Houston has the basketball. Whoa, what a finish.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Yes, Andrew Wiggins. 4 out of 7.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Harden doesn't have the touch. No good.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Wiggins. Clint Capela. Huge block. Fourth this contest.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Teague against Chris Paul. Can't connect. Tucker. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it. Knocked loose. Capela. To Harden. Has a chance. Harden shot won't go down.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game, the scouting report.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets to the basket and scores.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
From the painted area, won't go down. Gordon with it. His team leads it by 10. From long range, textbook defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Teague. Short jumper misses. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Swings it. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy two on the other end after the turnover.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
T, guarded by CP3. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it. To Towns. Clint Capela rejects it. Ooh, 5 now.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Chris Paul at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 86% from the line. And he missed the free throw. Teague with the basketball. Down 8. To Towns. He throws it down. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
It's James Harden once again. To P.J. Tucker, going to launch beyond the arc, and he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First free throw is good. Missed the middle one. One more coming. Teague with it up top. Margins 8. Taj Gibson to Towns. Knocked loose. Rockets have the steal. Harden. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves. Clint Capela able to recover with the block. Incredible. 6 tonight. And Jeff Teague knocks it down even with the defense all over him.
And the game flow in the second half is completely different than the first. That first half equals out of sight, out of mind. Way to recalibrate in the locker room and find your rhythm back on the court.
Teague with the basketball. The margin standing now at 7. That'll get out of bounds off one of the T-Wolves. Substitution being made in this one.
Minnesota, number 20.
I got ball.
On the drive, it's Paul, but his shot stays out.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
To Towns, down low. It was right there.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. To Capela. Won't go. Knocked loose. Dang, picked up by Paul. That one out of bounds off a rocket. It'll stay with Minnesota. Towns won't go down. Gordon with it. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. And the rebound taken in by the T-Wolves. Luol Deng guarded by CP3. That one out of bounds off a rocket. It'll stay with the T-Wolves. Towns. And the Rockets have the rebound. Straight on three. At the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. The Rockets with the lead. The Wolves with the basketballs. We start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
And he'll go to the foul line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Luol Deng. Couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 77% at the line. Knocks down the first. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Paul. To Capela. Clint Capela. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Here comes the screen. Derrick Rose. Harden's on him. Knocked loose. Houston takes over. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out. Teague with it up top. He'll run the offense. And that's a backcourt violation. Harden picked up by Derrick Rose. And count the basket.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Rose into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Clint Capela with a piece. Make that 7.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest team offensively.
T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. Clint Capela sends it away. 8 now. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Knocked loose. Out of bounds the call off P.J. Tucker. Wiggins. Teague. Not today.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
That's no good. Gordon with it. The lead stands at 10. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
P.J. Tucker trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shooting 66% in this contest. Teague with the basketball. Their deficit now up to 13. Down low Towns. The monster stuff.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Paul, defended by Jeff Teague. Harden. They work it to Capela. Down low. Karl Anthony Towns. Snatching it out of the air. Our opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. Lays it up and in.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Harden matched up with Wiggins. For 3. That's off the side of the rim. Short.
He had such a great first half, but obvious adjustments were made defensively to shut him down, and now he's really starting to struggle.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody within it. Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Harden. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Good look there, but it's no good. Harden in possession. Lead stands at 7. Fires the 3. That won't go.
Notice that the defense isn't giving him as much space anymore. They're crowding him every time he catches the ball and really getting into his legs defensively.
Finish that. Clint Capela with the block. 9 blocks.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Deep left corner. Harden. Add 2 points to the board.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Wiggins. Not that time. Harden with the basketball. It's a 9-point lead. Calls out of bounds off of Andrew Wiggins. It stays with Houston. Time for some new personnel into the game.
Number 67, Tom Gibson.
Tucker. Harden. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
It's Minnesota basketball. To Wiggins. Beyond the arc for three. It's Capela who clears the rebound. Harden with it up top. Up a dozen. To Paul. Here comes the screen. Here's a chance from long range. Message received. Well defended.
People do not realize the brilliance of the coaching in this league. The small adjustments made defensively has made all the difference in the second half.
And look out. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Wiggins. It's Harden with the rebound.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
To Taj Gibson. Clint Capela swats in. It's been a brick wall. 10 blocks on the night. Hustle pays off. They've got the possession. Has a look. Gordon shot misses. Capela to Harden. Count the bucket for two.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick their poison.
Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Chris Paul sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Harden. Just not going down. That is great vision to set it up. Taj Gibson above the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Harden in possession. His guys holding the big lead. Knocked loose. Rockets have it. Karl Anthony Towns tips it.
Defense. Defense, let's go.
Got it.
Good shot.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer, it's the Rockets who are victorious as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Taylor Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets put one in the win column with a solid performance. Sometimes a team can hurt itself by being so aggressive on defense. And sometimes a team can guarantee itself a win by using defensive aggression in a focused way, like we saw here today. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Houston Rockets. The Timberwolves just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Game track. Defense.
The Houston Rockets showed us how important defense can be in this league, especially when it leads to plenty of opportunities on the other end of the court.
Player of the game.
When you see these highlights, it's easy to see how this guy earned the award. His impact on the game wasn't lost on anyone. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.